flip dunk. It'll happen, Wilds. In our lifetime, the front flip dunk will happen. And it will revolutionize the dunk contest forever. It'll be like the 1080 when Tony Hawk did it. People thought it was impossible. Then he did it, and now everyone can do it. Someone is going to pull off a front flip dunk. To Jenna's question, I think Wiseman will be the #1 pick, but I think LaMelo go top 5.
All right, on to the cheetah ball in here. Tyreek Hill showcasing his basketball skills. Clearly no basketball clause in his contract, a la Patrick Mahomes. Nick, you okay with this?
Yeah, man, do what you want, Tyreek. Listen, the skill position guys got to be allowed to keep their skills sharp. Brian Westbrook, I'm sure you were playing hoops during your illustrious career with Philadelphia. Like the quarterback, you bubble wrap him. Everyone else can go open run at the gym. And by the way, the best wide receivers are almost always great basketball players. So I love to see it, Brian.
Listen, this reminds me of my days at the Mather Catholic High School, balling in the gym, pull-up jumper, fade away in the lane, go try to dunk it on somebody's head. This is what Tyreek Hill is all about, explosiveness, nice little jumper here. I don't have any problem at all with him playing basketball. And here's the thing, and you mentioned this, Nick. When I was playing football, I had knee injuries. Tyreek Hill doesn't have a knee injury, so because of that, I have no concern and no worry about him playing a little basketball.
What about the winter hat? Are you worried about the winter hat?
Brian?
He's overheating.
I
was hot watching that.
Don't mess up a good sport.
Moving on, talk some Patriots now. All right, though everyone's focused on Cam Newton replacing the GOAT, Tom Brady, up in New England, some have forgotten that Cam is stepping into an ideal situation where he'll be coached by a GOAT in Bill Belichick. But Cam seems to have had concerns about his chemistry with his new coach. Take a listen.
My agent hit me. I was, no cap. I was working out. And he was like, hey, man, we just got an interest from a team. I'm like, okay, cool. Who? And he was like, New England. I said, hold up. Like, how is me and Belichick gonna mesh? You know what I'm saying?
Because that was the first thing I thought.
Because it's like perception.
But I think his perception of Belichick is not that. There is no how is it gonna work? For me, all he want to do is put you in a place to succeed. Yeah. And I'm happy to see it.
Ooh, Odell of the Patriots. Sign him
up. Nick. We'll start with you. What do you think? How do you think Cam Newton and Bill Belichick are going to mesh?
Listen, as is often the case, my pal Odell Beckham Jr. only speaks the truth. Now, occasionally, he speaks a little too much truth. He's a little too honest, and he gets him in trouble. But Odell is a lot of things. He ain't a liar, and he nailed this, which is why I think Cam and Belichick are going to mesh beautifully. Bill Belichick wants to win. He does not care what you do when you're not in the building. He does not care what you wear to the building or what you wear home from the building. He wants to win. And last year, the quarterback position was a hindrance on them winning. And throughout Belichick's entire coaching career with the Patriots, he's really had one game where he was able to go into it game planning and say, hey, what can we do with our quarterback's legs? It was a nationally televised game when Brady was suspended for one of the cheating scandals the Patriots were involved in. I can't remember which. And Jacoby Brissett started, and it was on national television, I think against the Texans on a Thursday night. And all of a sudden, Patriots doing all these fancy QB runs. And they win that football game in Jacoby Brissett's first career start. And you started to see, or you saw for the first time, a whole different layer of offense Belichick could run and Josh McDaniels could run because Belichick hated so much when those offenses were run against him. He always talks about the problems a mobile quarterback brings to a defense, forces you out of man-to-man defense, a lot of things you don't want to have to deal with. So I believe Belichick and Cam are going to get along great. Do they listen to the same music? Do they go to the same nightclubs? Do they vacation on the same beaches? No. But none of that matters. They both desperately want to win, and they're both terrible losers. And I actually think that'll make them somewhat kindred spirits, Wilds. I think it works out great.
I do too. Just one correction. Belichick also listens to a lot of Future, so I think you're wrong there. They do listen to the same music. Look, I think they fit perfectly, Nick, just like that Cam Newton Fanatics jersey I sent you. Nice and snug, size medium, headed your way, buddy. It's going to be a perfect fit. I specifically think there's 3 reasons, and we're going to put up some quote boards here. Their view of teamwork, they hate to lose, and one wild card thing just to be, lighten the mood a little bit. First up, their view of teamwork. The first one is Bill Belichick's view of teamwork. He says, listen, it takes everybody doing their job. One guy can't move the ball. One guy can't stop a team. You got to be working together. Great. Let's go over to Cam. What does Cam say? Hey, we need a group of 11 people doing one thing, not one guy doing 11 things. For all this idea that Cam is an individual and he walks to the beat of his own drum, sure, but this guy is the consummate team player. Second reason, they hate to lose. Take a listen.
We're obviously disappointed that we didn't win. I mean, I don't know. I said that right off the bat. We're disappointed in the results. What else do you want me to say?
Did you see anything that you didn't expect today?
They just played better than us. I don't know what you want me to say. It's like, they made better more plays than us, and that's what it come down to.
Look, Cam was eviscerated for that, Nick, for no reason when Belichick does the same thing after a regular season loss, never mind the Super Bowl. And, of course, they have their iconic outfits, which, also, like the last video with Cam in his Montclair outfit, like, bravo to Cam Stylist, just doing a fantastic job. But, Nick, here's the biggest reason, and actually, Brian, I'll throw it to you. Both of these guys are all-time great players, and they are both being doubted in the media on if they still have it. Belichick's like, oh, can he do it without Brady? And people are saying that Cam is washed up. They are both the most motivated quarterback and coach in the entire league. I think they will fit perfectly.
I agree with both of you guys. And I've always wondered, because I hear a lot of negative things around Cam. I'm wondering, what did he do so bad to people to make them think that he's just such a bad guy? Because of the way he dressed, because he does a celebration deal after he scores, because he points after he gets a first down. I'll tell you this, and Andy Reid wasn't a big celebration guy, but he had no issue with Terrell Owens doing a touchdown celebration after he scored a touchdown. And I guarantee you, Bill Belichick, after Cam Newton scores his first touchdown up there in New England, will have absolutely no problem with Cam doing a Superman deal, handing the ball to someone in the stands, doing all the different things he does after the first down. As long as Cam is producing on the field, Bill Belichick, he's going to love this guy because he wants to win. He's going to do everything that he can to be a winner. And just like you mentioned, Kevin, he is motivated. He has a chip on his shoulder, and he's hungry. He's hunting his next contract. He's going out there trying to prove everyone wrong. So to me, this is the perfect match. You're right. Bill Belichick has to prove that he can win without Tom Brady. Cam Newton has to prove that he can be a quality quarterback in this league again in his career. And I think that's going to be a great combination of two people that actually want to go out there and win football games, Nick.
And while we're talking so much about the indefinable and intangible and personalities and relationships, on the actual football field, Cam solves a massive problem for the Patriots. The Patriots the last couple years have been a miserable goal line offense. Not miserable in comparison to what they were historically, miserable in comparison to the Bills, miserable in comparison to the Colts, to just average goal line offenses. The Patriots haven't been an elite red zone or goal line offense since 2017. Cam is the most prolific goal line rusher in the NFL. He's got 4 fewer rushing touchdowns than any other player in the league, than Marshawn Lynch, I think, has the most since 2011, and he has the second most red zone touchdowns or goal-to-go touchdowns of any player in the league, behind only Marshawn Lynch. That was a huge problem for them last year. On the field, Cam solves that. That will make Belichick like him more than anything that has to do with the whether or not he's going to care about the celebrations. He's going to help the Patriots win, which is all Belichick's going to care about.